Kashrus Anytime is brought to you by the Kosher Consumers Union, a 501c3 corporation. The Kashrus hotline number is 559-670-1692. Kashrus questions is 732-363-7979 or by email kashrusy@aol.com. This is now the Chanukah Kashrus Bulletin. Olive oil. Candle lighting oil from olive oil should only be used if it has the seal of California Olive Oil Board or the National Olive Oil Association. All quinoa and brown rice have a serious infestation issue of book lice, thrips, etc. It must be sifted with a strainer of approximately 25 mesh. If you're not an expert in insects, don't try to check and therefore don't use it. The OU and the Star K recently made recalls on them, but the SAC, the CRC, and other Hamish Ashgachas in general do not make recalls. Para quinoa is an active infested quinoa. Update. Hisachtas CRC, Rav Bick and the Galantarov are not involved anymore in Hisachtas Kashrus. Only Rav Hillel Weinberg and Yodli Klein and Benjamin Ariglik are in charge of Kashrus. Israeli peppers are being sold in the tri-state area. Alert. All nori sheets used for sushi is infested, regardless if it has ashgacha or not. The substitutes for that is either rice paper or soy wrap are acceptable substitutes. Otherwise, nori cannot be used. The Tarnagol breed chicken was found to be treif because there's an infection in the head. The Tarnagol breed does not have a Masorah per specific guidelines of Rav Shmuel Vosner Zatzal. Rav Moshe Sternbach or Rav Moshe Brandsdorfer in a letter are of the opinion that must kasher the kalim from the Tarnagol breed. The Ada letter and the Moshe Sternbach and the Moshe Brandsdorfer's letter are available by sending us email to kashrusy@aol.com. The Ada letter that the chickens we're using now in the USA called the broilers have an acceptable Masorah and may be consumed l'chatchila. Most of our eggs are from the Highline Leghorn breed. Alert. Klein's dried mango dates, figs, and raisins are again infested. Beware, Klein's is a major supplier to the Hamish suppliers, usually of a low quality susceptible to infestation. They also supply bingo. Curlton pistachio nuts may have an infestation issue on occasion. Figs, fresh dried, are very infested. Only experts can check. Don't use, regardless of which ashgacha it has, according to the Eid in Yerushalayim. Figs, dried or fresh, should not be used. Raisins, don't use even with ashgacha unless it has the Eid on the package, including South African, Dole, Delmonte, or Sunmade. Lettuce, romaine, and cabbage, use only the kosher or the positive or kosher garden brand, not kosher taste. The only brands that are consistently insect-free. Blueberries, fresh, frozen, dried, or fillings, are all infested with scale insects, mites, and maggots, including those with ashgachas. All items with ashgacha, Reb Avi Green, who's now working in Evergreen and Muncie, all of his items with his sticker is acceptable, including blueberries, lettuces, etc. The Muncie Crumbs Bakery blueberries are all from Ari Green. Some bakeries use orange juice and sponge a marble cake. All orange juice have scale insects. All orange juice must be filtered with a 100 mesh filter. Do not use the 230 mesh filter because it takes out too much of the orange pulp and everything else. New square hashgachas, together with the Baltimore-based hashgacha, Scar K, on any product is not recommended per Rav Moshe Neishlas Zatzal, the original square Adayan. He was very much against it of having square hashgacha together with um, with the Baltimore Starcade. Use of the certified grammar technology items on Shabbos and Yontif, which has the hashgacha also of the Starcade, may be a chash of a derisive violation. Do not use any of the items. Butcher departments. Many butcher departments carry numerous brands of meat and poultry. Therefore, the butcher department personnel should wash their tables, cutting boards, equipment, and knives in between brands and roglat or beisoisef. Most don't. Evergreen keeps it separate. Evergreen in Lakewood. So the consumer is left with the lowest common denominator. Check which brands they carry, and if they don't carry all the brands, if you're not ready to be comfortable with all of their brands, you should not buy over there. Recommended Lakewood meat and poultry retailers include Kosher Village, Bingo, Epstein's. Recommended brands of poultry is Birdsboro, Pella, Kiryas Yoel, and Dave Elliott. Kosher West also now partnered with the Bistritsky. Therefore, their meat department is now using also Aaron's and Agri. They also don't allow you to purchase other acceptable brands right out of the original case. And note, Hebrew National does not use product from Aaron and Agri as it does not meet Hebrew National's kashrus standards. Pretty shocking. Alert, all California Delight or Cal Delight products are never recommended regardless of the hashgacha. Corn on the cob, fresh and frozen, is always infested, contrary to recent unreliable statements. Besides baby corn is not infested. Dole raisins may have an issue of stam yenum as they soak them in warm water, which is actually raisin juice. Mezuzahs, check if the restaurant or caterer toiveled their utensils, and check if they have mezuzahs on all doors. Otherwise, why go into an establishment that doesn't have mezuzahs? And according to Moshe, you can't eat from the kalim if it wasn't toiveled, even though it's used. The kalim are used for commercial purposes. When booking an affair in Lakewood, have in the contract that you can have your own mashgiach. Lakewood alert, possibly in other areas also. Regarding deliveries, most seals you have on pizza and other kind of items, most seals and the sealing tape is completely controlled by the goyish workers, therefore not valid as a chosim. Don't accept delivery for items that require a chosim seal. They have like in the car, they'll have rolls of tape. Before they pull up to the house, they'll put on a piece of tape on your order, whether it was a pizza or any other sandwiches or anything else they put it on. That's not called a chosim at all, but it's very common over here in Lakewood. Glaubus Catering in Muncie uses strictly positive and kosher garden vegetables. Shatnez testers, they are unqualified Shatnez testers, which is the Muncie Test Center is unqualified. Lakewood Shatnez specialists on Butelli Avenue is unqualified. Shatnez Maven, they're all unqualified, and garments must be rechecked by qualified Boitke Shatnez. Make sure that they're members of the International Shatnez Testers. All food packaged products, including with Hamish brand products, should have a manufacturer or at least an expiration date, be the manufacturing date or expiration, and an acceptable national hashgacha as well, such as the OU, not just the Hamish hashgacha, because there is no oversight. Bezdin criteria: no toyanim. Don't go to a bezdin that allows toyanim, that does not take a flat, and you want a bezdin that will take a flat fee, and that they could be a psak review by another outside bezdin, preferably an etzrol. Don't sign their standard mafia style shtar berurim. Recommended bezdin is the Vad Hadim V'Hoiro in New City, New York, Shara Mishpat Gestetnes bezdin in Muncie, New York, and the Bezdin of America for Choshe Mishpat only, not for Ebenezer. Shabbos Kufla Mates, it says, Doir Shetzoris Shabbos Bois Olov, Tzei Ubdoik B'Daina Yisrael, Shekol Per Ani Yishabol Oilun Loiboy El B'Shvul Daina Yisrael, and we see that very much over here in the Hadabot Edinim, and the Taranim are working over here in America, and changes must be made. And nobody's mechuyev to sign any of those story berum the way they have by the Batadinim. Therefore, Hazmana from these Batadinim is qualified and not acceptable api halacha because they want you to sign that kind of shtar berurim. So the hazmana for that type of shtar berurim is completely unacceptable and it's not a valid hazmana. Vein HaKadosh Baruch Hu Masher Shchinos al Yisrael at sheyichlu shoyftim v'shoyftim ra Yisrael from the Batadinim. Alert! The fish chevra of Monsey and Lakewood are not reliable for kashrus issues information. Most kashrus certifiers are of the halachic opinion that worms in the flesh of fish are not asur, as Rav Moshe Vaya, the undisputed world's expert in infestation, has been advocating all the years. He was by Rav Moshe Feinstein, and Moshe Feinstein was also of the opinion that all the worms in the flesh of the fish is not asur, and if it's in the in the intestines it's asur. Rav Moshe Sternbach writes in a sefer that even the Eidah considers it only a hiddur. As Rav Shmuel Rosen refers to these type of rabbanimlich, dayanimlich, that never had shimish by alter rabbanim, therefore they are begeder ksil b'choshech, like the fish chevra, the chumash and the durim without any basic kashrus. Thank you very much and kol tov, tzlacha.